Hey there, paper geeks and glitter nerds, it's Neenah the Crazy Geek Crafter, and this project is related to Craft Roulette 322. Now, this installment of Crafty Roulette, which is an online card making show, featured Crafty Al as the special guest. This is the crafter who introduced me to the program, but it is not because it was her on the program that I was doing this card. I've been watching a few of these on replay since it plays at like 1:30 in the morning for me. So I prefer to watch them on replay. This one I watched live, but I did the card afterwards because I was just too tired to craft at that point. But the next morning I did sit down and make a card. It took about 2 hours, which is approximately the time it takes for them to make a card on the program. For this particular card, the parameters were postcards and a color palette from the 1970s, a Wreath, and something pre-printed. Now I picked out my colors here, and now I'm gonna find something pre-printed. These are sentiments that I made, printed out, and they are coordinating with this die I have to cut out the sentiments. So now I have at least 2 of the things down. So now I'm gonna sketch out what I'm gonna do for the card. Now I'm designing a postcard, so I'll need a stamp in the corner and I'll need some lines, and then the wreath will be partial, and I cut out the part where I actually find out what kind of wreath I'm gonna do, because that's just not necessary for you to look at. So these are the dies I picked, the cups and the cakes for the card, and the frame with the stamp edge from Mama Elephant, and it is actually the only die I have that makes that edge, so there wasn't much of a choice. I'm gonna cut out the elements from Neenah Classic Crest, since then I can color them with the alcohol markers I picked. Yeah. Anything else to say? Very fast. No. Let's hear some music and watch me do my thing. I should maybe explain these little round cakes, the bottom ones. They are designed to look like princess cakes, which is a birthday cake in Sweden, which have custard on the inside and is covered in traditionally green marzipan. But I am coloring them to look like something we eat in Denmark. I don't know if the Swedes have something similar. It translates to cream bun, but first of all, it's not a bun. There's no cream in it anymore. There was cream in it once upon a time, but not anymore. Now it's made of either a wafer bottom or a marzipan bottom. On top of that, you have a very big dollop of essentially it's uncooked meringue, and then you cover it in chocolate. So it's egg whites whipped with caster sugar and covered in chocolate. And sometimes you have some kind of tastes within that. It's very popular to do all kinds of things like licorice and strawberry, caramel, all the things. It's very in to do, but that's the basic form of it. It's chocolate on top of uncooked meringue on top of either a wafer biscuit base or a marzipan, disc of baked marzipan. So that's what those are supposed to look like, and most Danes will get the words just flew away. Did you see them? They'll get the reference. That was the words. Back to the coloring. sentiments, I did make a placement error on the top line on my postcard. I want to cover it up with the sentiment. I was going through 3 different sentiments for this. The longest one is Let There Be Cake in English. The second longest is Hip Hip Hooray. I think you can recognize that one. And the last one is Congratulations. That's the shorter one. They are all in Danish, of course, but that's the translation. To fill in the corner here underneath the wreath, I'm bringing out a sentiment. It's some of my favorite sentiments actually, and this particular one that I picked says "Smile, it's your day." I'm gonna stamp it in with distress ink. I know it's not an ink that's supposed to be used for stamping, but it works out fine for me. I just do it a few times and it gets a bit darker than the original color, and that's just fine. And this kind of concludes the card for this challenge. In retrospect, I'm not particularly happy about the Wreath. The cups kind of disappear into each other. You kind of have to take a second look to see what it is. There is a hint, of course, in the stamp. Of course, it was not so good that I made a mistake where I drew the third line on the postcard. And also, in retrospect, I would probably have made 2 or 3 smaller postcards to put on the card instead of one big one, because it looks kind of odd that you can then open it and there can be a message inside. But someone will love it, and right now that's not necessarily me, but it fills all the 4 parameters in my opinion, and it was a challenge for sure. So I hope you enjoyed this, that you'll be back for something else another time. Until then, I hope you'll be having a good day, evening or night. På gensyn.